Hey everyone, Shawn Clement here for Wisdom in Golf at our location in Richmond Hill, soon to be at our location in Quebec City at the Royal Quebec Golf Academy at the Royal Quebec Golf Club. And today we're talking about static versus dynamic systems in your body, right? So when you understand how the human machine works and how it's wired and how the central nervous system delivers a task, you realize there's very specific tasks that your body needs to be dynamically ready for, and other tasks that your body needs to be statically ready for. So let's say I needed to write a note. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is park myself in a position where I can stay here for a while and then put my hand on something stable and then do some writing. Or if I was a surgeon, I would have to have a table and my arms in a very specific place on leaning up against a table and something very steady for me to perform those very minute tasks with. However, if I'm a lumberjack getting ready to deliver an axe to the side of the tree, here's a pickaxe right now. So if I wanted to take this pickaxe to the side of something, well, I'm going to have to get the heck out of the way in a hurry so that I don't get hurt. So you have other dynamic systems that you use to perform other kinds of tasks. Golf is a dynamic system. You're dynamically getting ready to throw the energy of your swing in the direction of a target. The more careful you are, the more inaccurate and the more powerless you're going to be. This is really important for you to understand. So if I had one of my favorite tools right here, a ball and a string, and I'm delivering a ball and a string to the target. So notice, the more I give control away, the more this ball tracks like a rail. It's very accurate. Versus, the more I try to place it, the more inaccurate and the less powerful this is going to be. So if I'm a lumberjack delivering a blow to the side of a tree, well, I'm not going to freeze my body and heave the axe into myself, at least not twice. So I'm using the weight of the axe and I'm heaving it back. So notice how my body's got to turn out of the way so that I don't hit myself. However, if I was getting ready to sharpen my axe, I would lock everything down and go ahead and do a very specific manipulation with my digits and my arms, and my body would be super quiet. So when you're trying to take this club face and you're trying to place it to the ball, you are creating a static system for yourself in which you're going to hit yourself twice. You're going to get lots of chicken wings, no weight shift, no body turning, no velocity, lots of frustration. Versus, I'm going to take my ball on a string and I'm going to give it a ride. So you notice how the ball socket system of your arm unit, the head of your humerus here, it has 360 degrees of range of motion and it can really deliver some velocity. So I have two arms. I allow my arms to track freely from the shoulder sockets so I can deliver a very powerful and very accurate machine through what I'm trying to do. And you'll see many tasks of ours that we talk about, like the grass whip. We're cutting grass. So if I'm going to use my arm club unit here to cut through this tee, I'm going to give it a nice whipping action through the grass. If I try to place it through the grass, I'm going to get stuck. So I need the velocity. But there's a way to use that velocity. So this is a dandelion in disguise. I'm using my ball on a string to deliver through the stem in the direction I want the ball to go. So you notice how very accurate contact was right in the center of the club face. The ball exploded to the target because The faster this goes, the more tone and the more taut my ball and a string is going to be, and the more compressive through the shot it's going to be. The ball's going to mash right up against the face of the club if the sole of the club cuts the imaginary dandelion stem, and you will be left with powerful, very accurate shots. So we talk about, creating draws and fades. You want to perform a very specific shot. You use an intermediate point to help you deliver into that picture. So let's say I'm going to fade it from blue to green. I have an intermediate point right here, no more than a foot in front of the ball, to direct my ball and a string. So if I want that ball and a string to go towards you, right now it's not, still not, pretty good. That's going to your right, pretty good. So right now it feels like I can deliver in your direction, and it'd be very easy for me to understand when to let go. Let's say I want to go in that direction. I'm going to go to the black target. So I give it to gravity. And because I've got a target, my brain knows exactly when to let go. So if I'm cutting through the dandelion stem in that direction, my brain knows when to go get the ground, when to clear, how much to clear because it's got a direction, and when to release the energy. 12 million things per second. Take it from the people who invented the focus band. This is some information that's in neurology that's been studied. 12 million things per second in its automated system versus 40 bits of information per second. So even when I'm manipulating, I'm not trying to place body parts in my digits. I'm creating a signature, or I'm writing a word. I know what the word looks like. I know what the feel of that pen is on paper. If I'm a surgeon, I know what's under the skin surface. I know what I'm looking for, and my brain says, well, we need to make an incision this much, and you're able to perform the task. So it's not about where are my body parts. That's crazy stuff. That's crazy talk. Our systems are not designed for that. You are Pinocchio without the strings already. Don't try to put the strings back on. That's insanity. I want to go that way. How do I go that way? I'm going to cut this dandelion stem in that direction. Okay. Yes, I can cut the dandelion stem in that direction. No, I can't. No, I can't. Yes, I can. No, I can't. No, I can't. I'm all bunched up. Yes, I can. So I got a ball and a string that I can deliver without losing my balance, and it feels like I can go in that direction. So then I just give control away. I let the G forces of my swing place my arm club unit, and my brain is saying, yep, we're cutting a dandelion stem that way. And the system stays with that. But if you go, I forgot what I was doing. So you step up to the ball, I want to go that way. Yeah, okay, let's make sure we hit the ball. Now, you're forcing your brain to freeze the body. If you freeze the body, well then your arms cannot swing freely anymore. So here's a really easy test for you. You take a couple of golf balls, you're on the range, you get into your golf posture, right? I want to toss the ball right there on the mat in front of the camera. See how I did that? I have to go here. If I don't move my body, can't go that way. As soon as my arm hits my chest, everything gets diverted offline and off I go. So I'm just tossing a ball in that direction. So notice how the brain goes to the ground, uses the ground to get my body out of the way, and I have access. I'm going to do the same thing with this arm. I'm going that way. So one for you, one for you. Out of the way, out of the way. Allow my arms freedom. So here we go. I'm cutting grass. Cut grass. Cut grass. So the brain says we're cutting through a dandelion stem. It sees continuity beyond. So we're looking for cutting through with the ball and the string. Now the brain can predict how close we need to be to the ball. Oh yeah, about that close. And look at that. Beautifully struck golf shot. Very powerful, very easy to produce, very free. Tomorrow I can get up and do it again because I haven't hit myself. I'm not going to be very sore later on today or tomorrow morning. So be dynamic in your actions. Don't get ready to place. The more careful you are, the crappier you will play. The more free you are, the more powerfully and the more accurately you're going to play. Enjoy.